A warm welcome to everyone. We are definitely honored to invite Samved sir to share his experience and insight on sustainable ecosystem with smart sanitation solution at our corporate talk series at IIBM. Sir, your extensive experience and knowledge in this critical area will undoubtedly provide a very valuable perspective to our audience. Welcome, sir. Thank you for giving me time. I know I'm chasing you for months together and you finally could find time for me. Thank you so much, sir.
It's my pleasure, in fact. Yeah. So I'm not that big that you have to chase me. Obviously, we're a small startup and we're trying to solve the issues. The presentation is regarding the issue that we're trying to solve. So hope with all the guests here, I'm really glad to present something which is a bit more a topic which is a bit taboo. What people say, people don't like to talk about toilets, but yeah, here we are. We're trying to change the entire scenario where people would be happy to discuss things where it can build a better system in the future. So smart sanitation is what we need, and if we can build an ecosystem around it, it's anytime better than just going forward with the conventional system, which is just going to affect us in the future. So yeah, this is a presentation. We want to build sustainable sanitation ecosystems, where we are more focused on the entire aspect of water conservation as well as waste management. And that too with a smart, new innovative technology, where we want like-minded people to come forward and help us in this mission, basically, to have a better future for our future generations also. So yeah, ma'am, if you can move to the next slide. So yeah, this is me. I'm Samved Khandke, founder director of OptiSmart Eco Solutions Private Limited. We are a startup registered under the Startup India scheme, and we are also helped by the Goa government through their startup policy. We are based out of Goa, and currently we are working on sustainable sanitation solutions, where our key product right now, the Potimatic, is helping us basically cater to whatever the current situation is. So yeah, so if we can move ahead. So as we know, this is known to all. Our Mother Earth basically has 71% of water, and out of which only 3% technically is fresh water. And from that 3% also is only 5.5%, which is usable, or I can say it can be used for our day-to-day purpose. Rest all is in glaciers, and with global warming, obviously it is melting right now. But yeah, I don't know when will it happen, and it shouldn't happen ideally. So our responsibility is to take care of whatever we have right now and should protect it for the next generation. So as people say, every drop counts now for a better future. So that's what we should focus on. If we can move to the next slide. So as we are discussing the crisis, the global crisis, it's growing day by day with the amount of population which is increasing. There are multiple factors to it, where I can say with industrial growth, with multiple projects, or there's infrastructure which is growing. Everything requires water, and the demand of water is ever increasing. So statistics say by 2050, the expected water demand will increase by 55%, which will put a lot of pressure on the entire system. And everybody I can say each one of us should contribute to this factor, where a small little thing, a conscious or an unconscious thing, it will contribute to saving water for the future. So basically, if we think about having a day without water, I mean, it's the worst thing that can happen to us. And people, there are cities in the world who face zero day. So by 0 day, what people mean is there was no water in that city. So I think so Durban back in 2021, and there are other cities also which face that problem. But hopefully people are working in the direction where things are to be looked after, and especially water is a key resource and it's a lifeline. So we should focus on that. If we can move to the next slide.
Dr. Latika, if I can ask one.
Dr. President, last 15 minutes will be dedicated for the questions.
Okay. Before that, I have something important. It is the source of the information is not stated there. Maybe the presenter could do the source of the information that what is giving. Thank you.
So he should do the changes and send it to you. Don't worry.
Yeah. So we'll put in wherever we've got the information from, and the probably later where we'll just add it to the presentation so you can have the exact idea as to how we got the information. Is it okay, sir?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
Next time when you do the, you must always give the source of information is very, very important.
Right. I'll put that thing in. Okay, sir. Yeah. So let's move to the more personal thing. What we say, why we use a lot of water. So as this pie chart says, the maximum amount of water is used in toilets, and rest I can say shower, laundry, other things are peripherals, even in kitchens also. But yeah, maximum water. What we say, I mean, if we consider even if we use the loo at least once, we are flushing down at least 10 liters of water. So that's something which we have to look into. There are water saving toilets, there are other technologies, but on an average, what we say is it's about 10 liters of water. So that's one of the key point what has to be considered. So if we can move ahead to the next slide. So yeah, the daily consumption, as I just discussed, an average person uses the loo at least 4 to 5 times, at most 7 times. So that's the amount of water we're just using for disposal of waste, from getting waste from point A to point B. It can be urinals, it can be solid waste, both considered. So yeah, that's alarming. Where if right now when I think about flushing any toilet, it gives me those chills because I'm just wasting water, which is just adding to the entire pressure. And our system, I can say within last 100 years, we haven't changed the entire plumbing system. So I have the data for it. In the last change, what happened was the siphon toilet, what we use right now. That's the only technology which is used on a mass scale. Otherwise, there are other technologies like vacuum toilets, there are waterless urinals, other technologies which consume less water. But yeah, predominantly it is the siphon flush toilet what we are using as of now. So it's a dated technology. We have to work on it. There are people who are working on it, but it's not implemented on a larger scale. And again, there are a lot of other factors to it where the plumbing is done in such a way that there are underdeveloped countries where the waste is not taken care of. The entire plumbing system does not lead to a sewage treatment plant or other things. So those things have to be put into perspective. So if we can move to the next slide. And as I said, so after this is only at a user end. Once the entire system, once the entire waste is transferred to the sewage system, now what we see is the STP plants or any other treatment system, they are always overloaded because the amount of water used. Where what we see is it's not only the toilet, but again for the waste to go from point A to point B. So point A being your home to point B is the treatment system. Again, a lot of water is used to flow that thing. I mean, there are no special pumps, nothing. And there's no decentralized system as such. Okay. We all consider to have a one entire unit where everything is processed and again it goes out to the water bodies. But because of this intensive increasing load, at times that untreated water is just left to rivers, lakes, or any other water body. So if we move to the next slide. And then these are the social impacts what happens. So because of this untreated water getting into streams and other water bodies, if untreated, disease is the biggest issue. And once we have these diseases creeping in, there is an economic loss because there are a lot of people who are affected. We spend a lot in terms of healthcare and everything, and that's how it's an entire vicious circle. That's what I can say. So again, this water has to be treated so that it can be given to people for reuse. And in underdeveloped countries, what we see is women, and being a patriarchal society predominantly, there are women who are being forced to get water, source for water. There are people, there, the mindset is changing, obviously, but yeah, this is what we see. So all these things put together, it's putting a lot of challenges for us, and so that we have to basically think about it and get things done as soon as possible. If you can move to the next slide. So, what sustainability for us is, as in, if we have to consider sustainability, what steps we have to take. So, the best step is to reduce the consumption of water as of now in terms of sanitation. So, we as a startup, we are trying to basically get into this where we can reduce the water consumption at source. So, we want similar. I can say like-minded people to come forward and help us with that. There have been, again, as I mentioned before, there have been solutions like vacuum toilets. There are aerators for taps where they reduce the water consumption. And again, treating. So once the water is used, we are highly dependent on water treatment plants. So if we can have a better system where we don't consume a lot of inputs, as in we don't consume a lot of electricity or there are no harsh chemicals as thing. So more sustainable or a more biological systems like there are biotoilets which have been invented. So coupled with reduced water, the treatments might help treat the waste faster. And again, reusing, that's the best form what we can think of, where reuse is the biggest challenge what we are facing right now. There are cities like Singapore, they are reusing water. In the UAE, I think so, they have desalination plants where they have to desalinate water and then supply it to the people. So what if they have these treatment systems where you can reuse the water? This will probably cut down the entire aspect of having large investments in terms of waste treatment. So this is the sustainability aspect what we are looking at in terms of sanitation. So if you can move to the next slide. So low consumption. So the plumbing system, what we were saying about right now, we discussed, it needs to have some kind of transformation where the most important thing is the gravity fed system, where the maximum amount of energy is used in terms of pumping the water from point A to point B. So that's where we have to think about where we can make these advancements. Grey water usage, it's already started where people are using water from showers, sinks, not toilets. Again, flushing is one thing which people are still. Japan is using these systems where water from the sink is used for flushing again, and water from the showers can be used for other household purposes like washing your car, or it can be just used for irrigation, other things. There are composting systems, as I said, the bio toilets what are available right now. They are a breakthrough in terms of waste management, where the bacteria, the enzymes, they take over the entire system and they treat the waste much more effectively. And now with the increasing use of AI, we hope there might be some technological advancements where AI will help us in terms of planning, designing. Hopefully, in the near future, we have things from the AI with coupled with our knowledge to tackle this system on a bigger scale. And again, it can help us maintain records and stuff. So if we can move to the next slide. So yeah, so again, what our thought process as company is, what we want to do is, what if you can save water? You don't have to deliberately do something. It's just water can be saved automatically, and that too with a simple action of flushing. This is what we have thought of, and this is what we are working on currently. So our flagship product, the Potymatic, basically showcases this particular technology, where by a simple action of flushing, you're saving at least 90% of water. So if you can move to the next slide. Yeah. So Potymatic is basically a breakthrough. What we feel, it's a breakthrough in terms of technology, where we've achieved saving 90% of water every time you flush. And that too, we are not asking you to change any action, nothing. It's just simply we have to remove the existing commode or the pot and just install the system. It's more like an appliance right now, where a simple action of flushing basically is done with 1 liter of water, and this takes care of the solid waste. So the waste is treated at source and it is put to biotanks. So again, we've combined two technologies with low flushing and with these bioenzyme tanks. We're trying to process the waste much more faster, and that too in a decentralized manner. So we've been doing it for the last 3 years, and we're happy to share the thing that we've been successful in terms of saving large amounts of water. I don't have the numbers right now, but yeah, as Mr. President he mentioned, we'll give you the data for that. So yes, we've managed to at least take care of that part. And again, it's a seamless user experience, as in we don't have to train people to change their behavior. It's just one push of a button. It's same like how you flush in your normal toilet. That's the simple thing what you have to do. And because of the application, now we basically managed to have toilets in multiple environments. It may be a developed and underdeveloped or a developing geography. It can be ages between 2 to 90. So we can take care of the entire spectrum with this. If we can move to the next slide, please. So yeah, as I mentioned, because of this simple change with the pot, an individual is saving large amounts of water at source. So with the reduced water, obviously the experience is better, and he's saving on water bills. When it comes to community, okay, large number of people saving water at source is just leading to again reduced sewage. Again, less water is used, and we're polluting the entire. I mean, we're putting less pressure or less pollution in the environment. Now, if we consider the government part, where the government, if government comes into picture, it's a larger perspective where the government basically the government has to provide water. So that's a cost to the government, where water has to be treated and supplied to households. So that's a cost. Again, the households are using large amounts of water, which has to be again put back to the treatment plant. So that's where large amounts of money is again poured in, where the entire system has to run properly. So with a simple change, we can lower the cost on a larger scale. So with the waste being treated at source and then decentralized sewage system, both things put together, they help reduce the entire expense. And then government can probably put in policies, or it's like replicating the LED bulb story what happened in India. So initially LEDs had this presumption that they're expensive, that there is a lot of things what are done. But now LED bulbs are much more easy and convenient to install, because the government stepped in. They gave those subsidies. They asked people to come into the industry and build better products. And again, as business or corporates, under corporate social responsibility, there are multiple ways we can tackle this problem. So having multiple toilets with this particular technology, where you are just trying to incorporate much more what I can say. I mean, a much more environmental friendly approach to the entire thing. Okay, so can we have the next slide, please? So yeah, this is just a small case study where 1,000 people, if they are using a conventional toilet and if they start using Podymatic. So it's a self-explanatory thing where I think so. It's mentioned the daily usage of water with a conventional toilet is about 45 to 50 liters, and with Podymatic we can just get it down to about 5 to 10 liters, and the water saving is again large. So yeah, so if 10,000 people are considered, yes, approximately 146 million liters is what we say, which is quite large, and that too every flush. So this is the biggest thing what we can achieve. If you can move to the next slide, please. Yeah, so this is a basic comparison between the conventional system and our technology, Podymatic. So again, it's 1 liters against 8 to 9 liters of water. Annual saving is 90%, and it puts significantly less load on the entire treatment system, the secondary and the tertiary system also. And that lowers the cost, environmental footprint with the carbon footprint goes down because there's less input in terms of the treatment part, and again supplying water also. So yeah, it's a more cost effective solution, and again it can be implemented on a mass scale, because as I said, it's more like an appliance now. It's just we have to change the existing pot with our system, and it can work very well with the existing the plumbing or the entire secondary waste system. Can we move to the next slide, please? And with this, we can create multiple verticals. As domestic is what we consider. If we consider domestic, we can have these toilets installed in homes. There are commercial complexes. There are apartments, residential buildings, multiple places. Even we can think of makeshift house settlements where people are shifted from one place to the other. So installing a toilet becomes a challenge. With us, this being a more substantial or a holistic solution, we can have toilets which are manufactured at the factory and deployed within, say, in a fraction of a time compared to a normal toilet. And again, all things put together, there's waste disintegration also. If we consider commercial usage, yes, these malls, hotels, resorts, which end up paying a large amount of sum for water, fresh water. We can cut down on their bills. We can help. We can ask. I mean, that's where more water is used. Where we can cut down the water usage also, and it puts less pressure on their sewage treatment plants. Schools, institutions under CSR, we can have toilets installed. Same as I said, these rehabilitation centers or something where we can have those toilets. Same thing is what we can do with public toilets, schools, hospitals. So we can have multiple toilets in that same amount of area. And government, as I discussed before, there's a large expectation from the governments to come forward and help us with this, so that we can basically target it much more easier, making it more affordable for the layman to probably have this toilet installed. So yeah, this is how we can all make a difference. Individuals by adopting this small little change in their day-to-day routine. Communities, if they come forward and implement, they want so a large community coming forward and implementing this system for a social cause or probably for their own ecosystem. And businesses under corporate social responsibility, and also in their own buildings, their offices, their facilities, where they are cutting down on the entire water consumption. And yes, government, obviously, this is the biggest. Government can be the biggest contributor to the entire change. So that's what every flush is a chance to save. So save our planet. So yeah, we want people to come ahead, like-minded people. It's not only Potymatic. We want other systems to work parallelly with us, so that we can have a better future in terms of conserving our precious fresh water. So that's it about the presentation. I'm open to take questions.
Sunil sir, if you can please unmute.
Yeah. Samved, thank you.
Yeah,
Very
hello.
nice presentation. Your
Thank you.
delivery was extremely good. Very
Thank you.
important topic for a country like India, where there is a big water scarcity. My question to you, is this already developed or it's in pilot stage?
No,
And
this is
have you
already developed.
installed in some places? Pardon?
Yeah, sorry. Please,
And
please go
are
ahead.
there some reference installations of these toilets?
Yes. So we are into commercial implementation since 2022. We've done about 400 plus installations right now. As I said, the end customer or the end user, so as an individual, it's a little expensive, not as expensive as the vacuum toilet, but yeah, somewhere in the range of about 1 lakh of rupees as of now. So that's why I mentioned we want the government to come into the picture, where we want to replicate the LED story. So it is just going to benefit the entire ecosystem. If the government intervenes, we have subsidies. So the largest contributor is the 18% GST, and that's what we've been trying to get in touch with people who can help us with that. So if we bring down that cost, it will be always beneficial for the end user to probably implement this at their individual level. So that will make much more sense. And currently, if you say, we are present in buses, so we give these systems to. So there are two different distinguishing factors. There's one which is stationary implementation, and there is one which is mobile. So cost being a factor as of now, and as a startup, we were more concerned about our sustainability and get the product much more what do you say, a reach to other people. So that's how we started with buses. So since last year, we've done about 150 plus buses, and the number is growing. And apart from that, we've worked with government. We worked with the Mumbai Municipal Corporation. We worked with Maharashtra State Tourism Development Board, and a couple of other government entities. But yeah, the traction is not that much as of now. But yeah, we are working on it. So hopefully, in the near future, we expect people to come back to us in terms of, and it's not just what we are trying to offer. We are more open to having problems given to us so that we can go back to the drawing board. Probably with the product what we have right now, I think so. We've at least managed to solve the major aspect in terms of having a toilet anywhere. So with Potimatic, it's more on the lines of having a toilet anywhere. That's what we're working on right now.
Great. Thank you, and wishing you all the best and success.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, can I come in? Or it should be called before? Okay, thank you. My name is Audu. I'm from Ghana. And
Yes.
we've had serious challenges with water. And we are in crisis at the moment because of illegal mining. Do you have any agent in Ghana?
As of now, none. As I said, we are still a young startup. We are barely 3 years into commercial implementation. So yeah, we want to, as a startup, now we've reached a stage where we are open to having multiple interactions with people. And as I said, it's not demography specific. The only challenge currently what we have is regions where the temperature goes below sub-zero. But yeah, with your conditions, we'll be more than happy to provide you with a solution.
Okay, so what I will recommend is that is I think you can see my email.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's talk, and then see if you can come to Ghana, because that is going to be very good for you at this moment when there is crisis. DBA has taught me that during crisis it is very good to do business.
Absolutely.
Come out with business. So we have large Indian community, so that we can see the Ministry of Sanitation, and then also especially I can see we operate boarding schools. We operate boarding schools in Ghana, and it's a large community. And the universities, if they have this, they can reduce water, and it is. But when you are doing presentation, please, the cost calculation per head, and then you have to include it so that people will understand. And then also the sustainability of it. The sustainability of it is also very important. And then the payback of investment is also is very important. So make sure that whenever you are going to do any presentation, all these things are there, because they will ask you, people will look up to these things. Thank you, and well done.
Absolutely. No, I agree with you. I'll just add to this. I did not put those cost calculations. The only reason was because costs are different in every country. So as I was told, there'll be people from multiple countries will be attending this. So I did not get into the. So what we can do is, if you want a specific cost calculation, there are a few little inputs what we require, and we can give you an exact cost calculation in terms of the water consumption as and the basic thing is the ROI, what you were saying. So return on investment is the biggest thing what people expect. And we'll be happy to share the data with you. And in terms of sustainability, I forgot to mention the product what we have right now is made of stainless steel. The pot are made of pure SS304, and we paint it with a special proprietary paint which is it's a hydrophobic and anti-corrosive. So we want to increase the life of that pot. So as it's stainless steel, probably it can last for next 25 years. There's nothing which is going to happen to it, but we are taking extra precautions so that again we protect the product for a longer period of time. And apart from that, we as I said, we are more on the lines of cradle to cradle design. So we are trying to incorporate so with the plastic products what we're using as of now inside the pot, we are trying to incorporate more of recycled products. So then it improves the entire sustainability aspect towards the product. Even the cables what we supply along the enclosures along with the pot, if you want an entire system, those also are made of recycled plastic sheets. So yeah, there are few little things where we are thinking of having sustainable materials incorporated it. And again, this recycled plastic sheet is far more better than any other FRP plastic or any blow molded thing. So these the porta toilets what we see are made of high grade HDP because they have to withstand that outside atmosphere. So that's where we come into picture. We thought, why not we use something which is made out of recycled material? So yeah, the sustainability factor is the key thing once we start designing anything. If we have to tackle a problem, that's the key thing what we have thought. And there are innovations what are happening. It's not just the Potimatic. Potimatic has made things easy for us in terms of targeting any particular problem. So yeah, there are other aspects as I mentioned before. Waste management with less input. So these biotanks what we have designed ourselves, they don't require any electricity, they don't require any maintenance as such, and probably cleaning of the tanks is once in 2 or 3 years. So again, the OPEX cost is something which we are looking at. The CAPEX is a little more right now. Yeah, but the operational cost, we are trying to bring down the operational cost. So water is again a key factor which contributes to operational cost. That's where we targeted. We started with that. But yeah, now we are at a stage where this peripheral things also are put into consideration. We don't allow. I mean, we advise not to use any harsh chemicals or things. They end up in again contributing to the entire pollution. So there are cleaning agents and stuff. Yeah.
In order not to, but because there are others who also ask questions and other
sure,
things,
sure.
just
No problem. We'll get in
if
touch
you
with
can
you.
pick my email, just
Yes,
send me an
we'll get
email
in.
so that we'll take
Sure.
it from
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Yeah.
Samved sir, if you allow me to speak,
Yeah.
Sarat Kishore sir has asked to have your contact number.
Sure.
If you allow us, can I share the first page of the PPT so that if anybody wishes,
Sure. Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
that can be taken care. Yes, Vijay ma'am, to you, please.
Yeah. First of all, congratulations, and this is a great invention. Much appreciate all the hard efforts. And what I want to give you some insights. Every corporate today is reporting sustainability in their part, and they have like a sustainability target as part of their corporate targets. So it is mandatory, and if you can go to if you can approach the corporates, that would give you like very good insights, and they can start reporting, as you say,
Right.
how much of water consumption they have saved. Because today they do report as part of KPIs the electricity savings, paper, what they print, the number of sheets they print, how they brought down. Likewise, water usage is also something which they can report as part of their KPIs. Point number. Then one is when you are starting to maybe don't get me wrong. I'm just trying to help you.
No
When
problem.
you said
Every input is. I mean, we take it in a positive way. No issues.
very good. One is you said when the cost was asked, you said it is 1 lakh. 1 lakh, when you say 1 lakh, everybody's mindset would go 1 lakh for a toilet. Okay.
Absolutely.
That is what but you should make it very clear. It is 2 rupees per usage because you're looking long term. You
Absolutely.
said your material lasts for 25 years. Imagine then the water usage. How much is
Right.
the water usage? You take everything into consumption. The
Yeah.
actual cost which you incur is like it would be 5 rupees per usage, which you can compare to the actual usage of a regular
Yeah.
toilet.
Absolutely.
You project it in that manner. You would
Hmm.
really flourish, and all my blessings and best
Thank you.
wishes.
Thank
Hats
you.
off to
Thanks
you.
a lot. Thank you. Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Renee, sir, will you like to go ahead?
Yes,
There's one
thank you.
thing I wanted to mention. Sorry, I'm just interrupting in between. The cell phone number what I've shared, there's one mistake in that cell phone number. So if I can just my
Samved,
contact
sir,
number. Yeah.
you
Sorry.
can you can say it loud if you wish to. Does not matter. And later you
Yeah.
can make some changes on the PPT and share it.
Sure. Sure. Okay. Okay. No, the number what was mentioned. There's one digit which is wrong. So it's 816-961-0886. So yeah, instead of 3, it is 9.
I'll make the changes, sir,
Sure.
because they're on
Okay.
the laptop one minute.
Yeah.
Till then, you can answer people. I'll just make the
Sure.
change.
Sure. Yeah. Done. Okay.
Okay, good evening. This is Renee calling in from Kenya.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you, and also congratulations. And when I hear you, and like many other innovators, I always feel like, why didn't I think of that myself? But that also
Okay.
triggers a question to me. Like, I've seen that you've trademarked Potimatic, but
Yeah.
have you also patented, or are you in the process of
Yes, we are in the process
patenting
of
an invention? Because it sounds to me that there could be a lot of copycats around.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
my only question. The others have been asked already.
Yes, yes. So we've already applied for a process patent for this. The entire process, starting with the primary treatment in the pot and the secondary treatment with the biodigester, what we've developed. See, this part is patented, and we are again trying to get into the third part where we can recycle this water and use it again. So reflushing is the third thing what we are looking at. So that's happening parallelly. As of now, we've just applied for it, hoping that we get our patent soon.
Okay, thank you, and good luck.
Thank you. Pleasure. Yeah.
Samved, sir, if you can please help me understand what do I change? It is 81636.
No, it is 816-961. Instead of 3, it is 9.
816
961.
9610886.
Yes. Yeah. Right.
Okay, I'll redisplay it, sir. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah. Wilson, sir, will you like to please put your video on and speak to him?
Yes, thank you so much. I find this a very wonderful innovation. I'm from Kenya.
Hello, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to find out two things. One, if I have a conventional toilet, how possible is to change to this new system? And number two,
yeah.
I am doing a house, my house up country, and I intend to use these toilets. I think I want to use those which you have shown, and I would like to import 5 of them in
Okay.
Kenya.
Yeah. So just to start off with your first question, the replacement time for the entire thing is at most half a day, and there'll be no breakage, nothing. So we just have to remove your existing pot. What we require is an inlet line. So your hand faucet or the health faucet is the line which we consider where we take the inlet water line from. Your existing outlet pipe is the outlet for our toilet, and we need a 220-volt connection. So it's an electrically operated toilet, obviously. But yeah, the consumption of electricity is fairly less. So if I just have to put into picture, a unit of electricity will give you about 1200 flushes. So theoretically, it is about 1800 flushes, but just to be conservative, we're saying 1200 flushes, which is probably, I don't know what is the price of electricity in your country. But yeah, in terms of Indian rupees, it's about 8 rupees for us in Mumbai. So that equates to barely 66 or, 0.6 paise, which is nothing. So it doesn't even put any pressure on our electrical systems. So whatever we've seen, even these vacuum toilets, what we've seen, they consume a lot of electricity. I mean, way more than the conventional, our system. So it's about 15 or 20 times of what we consume, minimum, that too. And it's a continuously running system wherein it has to constantly keep that vacuum thing on with our system. And then there are incinerator toilets. They just burn the waste. So they are like electricity guzzlers. With us, it is very lean. So if you don't have the grid supply, these toilets can work on solar panel coupled with a battery, 12-volt battery, and these toilets can be good. So a simple setup of a 60 Ah battery with a solar panel charging that battery continuously, or probably if it's an overcast condition where the battery is not even charging, you're good to have 500 flushes with half charge. That's what we've calculated actually. So there have been installations where we've put these toilets as off-grid systems, and they're working perfectly all right. So I hope I've answered it. With the biggest challenge as of now, the presentation does not show our actual toilet. So I'll share pictures. If you can just take down my number, and if you can text me on WhatsApp. So I'll share the details, and then probably you can take a call. So then we can take it forward as to how we can do it.
Thank you, Samved sir, for answering him. I have last question from Mehta sir. Yes, Mehta sir, to you.
Yeah. Mr. Samved, it's a very good presentation and insightful. Now it's a need of the day across the globe because everywhere water scarcity is there. So it's a very good initiative. Just I would like to add to promote your product in the government sectors as well as the industries. You must be aware that CSR activity and under Act CSR Activity 2013, Schedule 7 is specifically mentioning some amount you have to spend on this kind of activity where sanitation and human health is impacted. So you can promote your product under this section whenever you are discussing with any corporate. You just mention this clause. It will be great help to you. This is what I feel.
Okay. That's a great information. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. Yeah, because we've been trying to get in touch with the corporates, obviously, but there are other factors where we think. But now, as you've mentioned, there's this clause. Probably we can have that thing in our presentation, and we can pitch much more easier now.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks
and
a lot.
all the best.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, sir. Pleasure.
Samved sir, we have Sarat sir. He was the one who was asking your number. Yes, Sarat sir, to you.
Yeah, I just got all the gist from Sambiji and all questions answered by him very quickly, and that was really relevant for me. And because I run a corporate where these kind of things are very, very important for us, right? Although we are using all these bio toilets and all in a massive way in lakhs, right? So now our focus will be such things what you have disclosed right now. I will be connecting with you separately,
Sure.
in a different, right? Just to say thank you so much for the presentation.
Pleasure, sir. Pleasure. Yeah.
Thanks, Latika ma'am, for all the support. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarat sir. Anytime. Dear scholars, any more questions for Samved sir? I have Vijaya Kumari ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted, I just thought one thought came to my mind. You should publish this in some corporate social media like LinkedIn, and that would catch up much faster because every corporate industry would look into it. This thought came to my mind. I just want.
I said any point is a learning thing for us. So thanks a lot. Yeah.
Samved sir, our Vijaya ma'am is a big time researcher in her industry. She's invested a lot of time in this industry, and even is our Sunil sir. Yes, Sunil sir. Please. Sunil sir, to you.
Yeah, I have a suggestion, not a question. Since, besides the toilet, you have a bio tank. Maybe you can expand that. The technology, you may be using some chemicals or biotechnology over there for a sewage treatment plant. using
Okay.
this technology, you can develop sewage treatment plants, and that will be extremely useful even with the current toilets, because that's a big challenge.
Yeah.
And I have some personal experience because as a part of CSR, I did
Okay.
work with a company based in Pune who are into
Right.
that for sewage treatment.
Okay.
And we were fairly successful in implementing it in Varanasi, where
Okay.
the sewages are connected to Ganges, Ganga.
Directly into the
And a
water
part
body.
of the Ganga cleaning, I took up
Right.
that project, and we completed it before the Kumbh in 2019
Okay.
using biotechnology. So maybe you can also look into it for housing societies and others with existing
Right.
toilets. You can convert this, utilize this.
Right. So yeah, I'll just add to this. Obviously, what you said is right, and that's what we're working on. So our technology, basically, the pot itself is the first line of treatment. So it's similar to your vacuum technology, but it's far more better than the vacuum technology. Wherein I'll just have a gist of it. It basically treats the waste at source with minimum water, and the treated waste, it's basically pulverized into a slurry, and that thing we put it to the biodigester tank. So basically, that slurry acts as baby food for the bacteria, the bioenzymes what we use, and that's how the entire system becomes much more effective. So the turnaround time is faster. If a conventional toilet gives, if the DRDO system says it takes about 48 hours, what we found is within 8 to 10 hours, the entire waste is disintegrated. So at a personal individual level, and the water which comes out is it's similar to it has the characteristics similar to whatever DRDO is mentioned. So yeah, we've already we are working on it, and that's how the way ahead is for us. So as you rightly pointed out, this entire system itself is the treatment plant. Rather than you have to have another treatment plant, pot coupled with this biotank itself becomes a treatment plant, and we are working on the tertiary part where the water which comes out from the treated water which comes out from the waste tank, that can be probably filtered or probably passed through other different media, and then we can use it for reflushing. That's what we're working on. So that's a parallel thing what is happening, but as of now, pot with the biotank is what we're the entire system is.
Yeah,
And
but you
that's
can
how that
expand it for a larger capacity. Right now, it is
yeah,
for
yeah,
the pod.
obviously, yes, no.
So
So
for
as you said, for a building community, we have a system. If you have 20 toilets, we can connect 20 toilets to a smaller. So as the water consumption is less, but one KLD plant can hold about 200 uses a day. So which is far lesser than the conventional system what is being used. So again, there you save a lot of electricity. All those factors come into picture. Yeah, so yeah, we're working on that, and you rightly pointed out. So the entire system itself is a treatment plant, I can say. The last part is missing. Yeah.
Thank you, Samved sir. I have Abhinet. Yes, Abhinet sir, to you. You have a question?
Yes, thank you very much,
Hello, sir.
Mr. President. It's very impressive and a very innovative solution.
Okay.
I'm having two questions, two question categories. One is from the engineering point of view. I think that, of course, as you said, the problem is very serious and it's a global problem. But from the research methodology point of view, in the first hand, when you define the problem, you were saying that per flushing, there is one average person dispenses about 9 liters per
Yeah.
flushing and maximum 63 liters a day.
Yeah.
When you say this data, is it a global average or is it mentioning to some particular areas? Is it talking about some particular area or is it a global average? So
Yeah.
if we say this is a global average, the solution has to be reachable to everyone. So in that sense, the solution has to be less costly and it should be reachable to everyone.
Yeah.
So in that sense, are you planning for a pool treatment system or a standalone household treatment system? Because it's not when we talk about the solution, it's not about implementing or installing a solution. There is a post monitoring and maintenance, repair and maintenance activity to the solution. So,
Right.
will that maintenance service be available to every household, or instead, from the cost point of view and from the technical point of view, is that okay to have a pool treatment system? Because you were saying you were trying to compare the conventional treatment system and this the polymatic smart treatment system. We understand it's by far there is a significant improvement, but still, will the individual household treatment system be preferable than the pool treatment system? What is your plan in this case?
Okay.
Another thing, my second question is, from if we evaluate this thing from the research methodology point of view, okay, did you have a theoretical framework for your study? Did you use? And do you have a hypothesis? And the other one is, how did you validate the results? You know, the result has to be properly validated so that everyone can to a conclusion that the solution is viable. So we understand that this is more a solution to a problem.
Right. No, I get your point. So just to answer your first question, as you said, it has to be commercially viable in terms of the installation cost as well as the maintenance cost. So yeah, the capex as of now, as I mentioned before, also the capex is little higher, and that's where we want the government to come in. So at least the Indian government, what we're thinking of in terms of an international approach to this, yes, we were thinking of, but then the challenges there might be different. So we need to explore the aspect of, so obviously it is designed for a global approach. The product is not for a particular demography. So that's where there are multiple factors what we need to calculate, and if at all, again, there's a shipping cost to it. There are multiple aspects where installing there or probably sending people there initially. So we need to figure out how we can do this. As I said, we are fairly new into this, and we have that intent to stay in this for a longer period of time. The gestation time has been a lot in terms of getting the product to the market. Now the product is market fit, so we are doing good numbers as of now, but not as much as they have to be required. So if we have set out on a target of at least converting 1% of the world's population to our system. So that's again a large number, because that's about 8 crore people, which is which looks good in just to I mean it's like what do you say, it's overwhelming, but yeah, to cater to that much of volume and to produce that much of infra and getting out to the market, it's again a bigger challenge. So we need a lot of people to join us. We are a fairly small team who just cracked the initial code, but yeah, we need a lot of people to join hands and probably take this to the next level. So Automatic is just a technology. I mean, we are more focused on the technology. The entire end result, what we want is to save water, maybe anyway. So it is one of our, I mean, it is one first solution what we try to provide from our side. So that's what we're looking at. And the second question, the analytical thing, what you said about, yeah, the data was derived. I mean, we did not set out to cater to the entire problem. Initially, it started only with saving water. But as, I mean, we are engineers, we are not environmentalists who got into this. There are environmentalists who get into manufacturing, but it was the other way around. We found a problem, and we found a technology which we could cater to. So that's how it started, and the knowledge increased day by day. So the thing what I'm sharing with you right now is the knowledge which I have acquired over a period of 3 to 4 years only. So yeah, we are putting a thought to it. We're trying to make it as much convenient and as easy implementation probably anywhere in the world. So just in the entire presentation, I mentioned we haven't currently thought of having these toilets installed in sub-zero conditions because we haven't tested them yet. So yeah, things are happening parallelly. There are innovation challenges what we have, but we are trying to target it and trying to find a solution as soon as possible, because the problem is bigger. And as I said, we need a lot of people to join hands and probably make it a bigger movement rather than just we only doing that business part.
Thank you, Samved sir. Last question, if you allow. We do have 4 minutes. It is Rene sir. Yes, Rene sir, to you.
Okay, thank you again, and thank you for allowing me to ask two questions. And it sounds like you have already 10 or 15 distributors added to your company, but skills development and technical skills, I think, is very important in this kind of innovation. And I think most of us are living and operating in countries where technical skills often are challenging. In case you would be scaling and going international, how easy would it be for, let's say, a regular installer? I assume they would be plumbers to adopt this new technology. Or would it require technical training coming to your place? Or is that something that you've thought of?
Yeah. So
That's maybe
basically,
also a little bit related to the previous question.
Right. So yeah, obviously this was the biggest thought what we had. If we have to scale globally, the product has to be DIY. So anybody just getting the entire product out and installing themselves was something which we looked at, and we've fairly managed to probably get this product to a 90% DIY level, where with basic manuals and training, I think so people can install this. All you need is a screwdriver. There are no special equipments to install this toilet. Just a spanner and a regular toolbox is good enough. A basic knowledge of plumbing and electrical knowledge, and I think so you don't need a qualified technician to install this also. If you just intend to remove your existing toilet pot and put this, so I think so a video might help from our side. Probably, yeah, we are working on those things where even the maintenance part can be solved with a few FAQ videos where we can probably video guide things, and then it can be easily done. And in terms of scalability and sending things there, yes, again, that was another thought where we put into. So we can have decentralized manufacturing plants also, where the mother plant can supply knocked down product, and it can be assembled there wherever it's required. So yeah, so the shipping cost goes down because everything can be flat packed, sent somewhere, or we can have contract manufacturing in that respective country, and it's fairly easy because the designs are from our side, and that's what we have patents on.
Okay, thank you. Thank you again.
Thank you. Yeah.
Samved sir, I think it was really nice. Frankly, your contribution to our corporate talk series is greatly appreciated, and we are confident that your insight will have a lasting impact on our audience. We are
Thank you.
grateful for your
Yeah.
willingness to share your knowledge and experience with us. Thank you so much, Samved sir, for making time for me. I was chasing you for past 6 months. I still remember. And you were like, okay, fine, I'll come back and do it for you. Thank you so much, Samved sir, for everything.
Pleasure. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Ladika ma'am, and thank you for listening to me, where this topic is not appreciated by people. So I'm really happy that you guys gave a year. So yeah, hopefully, and with
I
your
do remember, sorry to intrude, but I do remember you telling me, ma'am, this topic might not be that interesting. But sir, I
absolutely.
did mention to you, our audience is a complete different level audience where they would really appreciate. We had
It's been my
77
pleasure.
people attending your session from the moment we started till now. So thank
Thank
you, dear
you.
all scholars, for showing great interest in this. Thank you, Samved sir, for everything.
Thank you. Been a pleasure. Yeah. Thank you.
Do contact. We'll do business, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do
Sure.
business.
Thank you.
I have already sent you
Appreciate it.
a WhatsApp message. I have already sent you a WhatsApp message.
We'll get in touch.
IIBM is
Sure.
all about collaboration, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Let's do
Pleasure.
business in Ghana. We have
Thank you
problem.
very much.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Thank
Yeah.
you,
Okay.
madam.
All
Thank
the
you.
best.
Thank you, doctor.
Thank
Doctor,
you.
thank
Thank
you
you.
so
Thank you.
much.
Thank
This is
you and
very, very
bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Doctor.
Thank you.
You.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Doctor.
Doc.
Take care.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Dr. Latika.
Welcome,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you, Romarik sir.
Thank
I
Thank
hope
you,
you all
Doc.
enjoyed it. I hope you all enjoyed it.
Yes, we enjoyed.
absolutely,
We did,
absolutely.
Doc. Thank you.
Especially when it has taken off the coursework for a moment for us. It has given us a relief. Our head was always, and this one has.
Seriously, there are a lot of countries, they are facing all this, and such solutions have to be implemented someday or the other.
Yeah,
And that's
exactly.
the only reason I wanted Samved sir to come. Samved sir, please tell him it's been more than 6 months I'm behind your life.
More than 6 months, if I
I have
remember.
only
Yeah,
texted him, sir, make time for us, sir, make time
yeah,
for
yeah.
us. And finally, I think he was working even half an hour before the session. And I was like, sir, are we having it? He said, ma'am, give me 10 minutes. I'll reply back to you. Thank you so much, Samved sir, for making time.
Pleasure. It's been a pleasure. Yeah. Thank you.